What's up, y'all? Now, I've had the Charles Schwab Debit Card for a few months now, and today I want to give y'all a review of it and tell you why I love this card so much as it currently stands. So if that's something that interests you, be sure you stay tuned. Now, I wanted to touch on some of my favorite benefits that come with the card, okay? Now, first off, I did want to mention that it is FDIC insured. Normally, I wouldn't even touch on that point because most banks are, but I wanted to mention that because remember what happened with the bank failure in Silicon Valley Bank. That pretty much what happened, if you didn't hear, is there was a bank in the West in California, and this bank pretty much helped fund a lot of the startups that were there at the time. But they actually ended up failing because of the way the Fed was raising interest rates, and it's a pretty technical situation, but the gist of it is this. They didn't have enough money to let everyone withdraw their funds. And so that's why it's always important to get the FDIC insured bank account, which pretty much means that should that bank fail, the government's willing to cover you up to $250,000. So up to $250,000 that you have in a bank account, they're going to be willing to essentially reimburse you if that bank fails. Now, the cool thing with Charles Schwab is they actually have bank sweep deposits, and they can be swept into more than one of these program banks to be able to pretty much extend the total FDIC coverage amount that you have available to you, which is nice. So if you have more than $250,000, they can actually split your fund amongst a bunch of different partner banks if you have more than that limit. Now, aside from that, they have unlimited ATM fee rebates worldwide, which is huge, especially for me. You have no idea the amount of fees that you actually end up paying. It's like whenever you go and use your regular debit card, if you're traveling overseas or you're on vacation, whatever the case may be, you actually end up getting charged not only by the bank that you're using the ATM at, there's probably an ATM fee as well. And then typically your bank's gonna charge you a fee too. So you can possibly getting charged 3 different fees. Now, the great thing with Charles Schwab is that they're gonna refund you the ATM fees that you're gonna be charged. And on top of that, they actually do a great job when it comes to the conversions because their sole focus isn't just being a bank. Now, on top of that, they also charge no monthly fees, no foreign transaction fees, and no minimum requirements. I think this is huge, guys. Was originally what made me actually want to sign up with them was the fact that I don't have to keep a lot of money in there, right? I don't have like a monthly maintenance requirement that you're going to see with a lot of those other bigger banks. Pretty much the way I use it is I just transfer in money once in a while periodically, and that's money that I plan on withdrawing in the city that I'm in. Currently, right now, I'm actually in Morocco, in Casablanca, and I've been able to use that card at pretty much a lot of the ATMs that I've used it at have worked. I don't think I've actually had an ATM that card didn't work. I use this card and I have a Wise card that I use as well. And I've had more rejections in terms of like banks not taking my card using the Wise card than I have with the Charles Schwab card. Charles Schwab card usually always works just fine. Now let's talk about some of the cons. Now, of course, with everything in life, there's good and bad, right? Some of the cons that I found with the Charles Schwab card is they have branches, but they're mainly for investment services. So you need to actually be pretty savvy when it comes to anything digital, right? Because you're gonna need to be able to do everything essentially online. There's also no way to deposit any physical cash. So what I typically recommend is you have another bank account with a bigger bank and you're transferring money into that account and then moving that money into your Charles Schwab debit card. Or what you can also do is just get your money direct deposited into the bank account, which makes it a lot easier. So now how do you actually go about opening an account? One, you're gonna need to open an investment account, which is free. They actually open the investment account and the bank account at the same time. One is with their actual bank and one is with their brokerage company that handles the investments. But they're both on the same login, the same website, and they're pretty much together. You'll be able to view them all on the same screen. So when it comes to actually getting money into the account, you can do direct deposit. There's a Zelle feature, which I haven't tried out yet, but I plan on trying. And you can also transfer from another bank account or your Charles Schwab investment account. Now, I'm typically just transferring money in from another bank account, but I am thinking about trying out the Zelle feature here pretty soon. All right, guys, that's gonna be the gist of the video. I hope that gave you enough information on whether this card is for you or not. Check out my favorite debit cards to use while traveling video as well. It touches on the cards that are the best, especially if you plan on taking a vacation outside of the US at any point in the future. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you at the next one. Peace.